You help everyone. You show up. You sacrifice your time, your energy, your peace, and still, you feel empty, tired, invisible. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. When was the last time someone showed up for you the same way you show up for them? If this question hurts even a little, this video is for you. Society teaches us something dangerous. It tells us that being a good person means always helping, always understanding, always giving. But no one talks about the silent cost of this behavior. Because here's the truth. Some of the most exhausted people in the world are the ones who help everyone else. In this video, I'm going to explain why you feel drained, why people take advantage of you, and the one shift that changes everything. This is not about becoming selfish. This is about finally respecting yourself. Part 1. The origin of overhelping. Deep psychology. Most people believe helpers are born kind. But psychology shows something else. Helpers are often created in environments where love was conditional. As a child, you might have learned that being quiet, useful, or understanding made life easier. You didn't create problems, and slowly, your nervous system connected safety with usefulness. Part 2. The invisible contract you never signed. Here's something painful to realize. When you help too much, you unknowingly create an invisible contract. But the world never signed that contract. This is why helpers often feel unappreciated. Part 3. Why people start taking you for granted. Whatever is consistent becomes invisible. People stop seeing it as effort. Over time, your kindness loses emotional weight. Part 4. The difference between respect and niceness. Niceness seeks approval. Respect creates distance. And distance creates value. When you remove distance completely, you remove respect unintentionally. This is why some people admire those who say no, even when they don't like them. And this is why people like you, but don't listen to you. Part 5. Emotional labor. No one sees you. Don't just help physically. You absorb emotions. You listen to problems. You calm chaos. You become the emotional trash can. And no one checks where all that weight goes. Emotional labor is invisible until you burn out. And when you finally pull back, people don't ask why you're tired. They ask why you've changed. Part 6. Why you feel guilty saying no. Guilt is not morality. Guilt is conditioning. You are trained to believe that saying no equals hurting others. But psychology shows this clearly. Healthy people can handle disappointment. If someone collapses when you set a boundary, they weren't depending on you. They were consuming you. Part 7. The helper's identity trap. At some point, helping stops being something you do and becomes who you are. And that's dangerous. Because when you stop helping, you feel like you've lost your worth. This is why many helpers panic in silence. If I stop giving, will anyone stay? That fear keeps you trapped longer than any person ever could. Part 8. Why you're attracting the wrong people. Overgivers attract overtakers, not intentionally, energetically. People who respect boundaries are repelled by no boundary energy. And people who exploit feel invited. This is why you feel surrounded by needy people, yet emotionally alone. Part 9. The silent anger inside you. You don't explode. You don't shout. You just grow cold. That quiet anger shows up as exhaustion, sarcasm, or emotional distance. Not because you're angry at others, but because you're angry at yourself for not protecting your limits. Part 10. Rewriting the pattern. Practical shift. Real kindness starts with choice. Before helping, ask yourself, do I have the energy? Will I resent this later? Am I doing this out of fear or alignment? If it's fear, pause. Helping from fear drains you. Helping from strength builds you. Part 11. Learning to sit with discomfort. The hardest part of change isn't saying no. It's sitting with the discomfort afterward. The silence, the guilt. The urge to explain yourself. Growth happens when you don't run back to erase that discomfort. Part 12. What happens when you finally pull back? Some people will adjust. Some will test your boundaries, and some will disappear. That's not loss. That's clarity. Because anyone who only stays when you overgive was never connected to you, only to your output. There comes a moment in every helper's life when something inside quietly breaks. Not loudly. No arguments. No dramatic goodbye. Just a tired realization. I can't keep living like this. You don't stop helping because you become cold. You stop because you finally feel how much it costs you. The late replies. The unreturned calls. The energy you gave away, hoping one day someone would notice. And maybe the hardest truth is this. Most people never noticed. Not because you weren't valuable, but because you made it look easy. You were strong in silence. You fixed things quietly. You carried emotions that were never yours to hold. And when you were breaking, you still smiled. That smile became your disguise. But here's what no one tells helpers. You don't owe the world your exhaustion. You don't owe anyone access to your peace. And you don't need to destroy yourself to prove you are good. Real kindness has limits. Because without limits, kindness becomes self-abandonment. The moment you start choosing yourself, something strange will happen. People will say, you've changed. Some will say, you've become selfish. Some will pull away quietly. Let them. Because the ones who truly care will learn to meet you halfway. They won't demand you disappear so they can feel comfortable. You'll start noticing something powerful. Your energy returns. Your mind feels quieter. Your anger fades. And for the first time, helping feels like a choice, not a burden. You'll learn that saying no doesn't close doors. It filters them. And here's the part most people never reach. When you stop overgiving, you make space for real connection, not transactions, not guilt-based loyalty, but mutual respect. If someone leaves when you stop sacrificing yourself, they were never connected to your heart, only to your availability. And maybe it's the most important person you need to help now is the one you've been ignoring the longest. You. So the next time you feel the urge to save everyone, pause.
Ask yourself,
Am I helping from love or from fear of being left? Choose love, but include yourself in it. Because the world doesn't need another exhausted helper. It needs someone who finally learned that self-respect is not selfish, it's survival.